So former President Barack Obama is back, and he's looking to gaslight the left at a very crucial moment in American history. This is sad, but I can't say I'm too surprised. So this is from the Daily Beast. They say, former President Barack Obama has cautioned freshman House Democrats that the liberal policies becoming popular in their ranks, such as Medicare for All and the Green New Deal, will cost a lot of money. Although he encouraged the lawmakers to push forward bold ideas during their first year in the House. He said they had to consider the price tags too. Quote, he said, we as Democrats shouldn't be afraid of big, bold ideas, but also need to think in the nitty-gritty about how those big, bold ideas will work and how you pay for them, said one person in the room, according to the Washington Post. The former president didn't mention specific policies, but some at the event took his words as a warning about Medicare for All and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Green New Deal proposal. Most Democrats seeking the presidential nomination have backed a single-payer healthcare system and the plan that aims to make the U.S. economy energy efficient within the next decade. If Barack Obama came forward and he said, hey, listen, here are my specific criticisms of the Green New Deal, and here's how I want to make it better, we wouldn't be doing this segment, because he'd probably be right. I've criticized the Green New Deal for the specifics, because I think they've lumped in too many things, where they're like they put Medicare for All in it. It's like, that's separate. We're talking about the Green New Deal. It's like, let's make that its own thing, because it's supposed to be its own thing. So if he had specific criticisms all day long, I'm with him, 100%. But he doesn't. And what he's doing is actually, it's a right-wing criticism, is what it is. Oh, what about the price tag? You got to keep in mind the price tag. Got to keep in mind the price tag. Now, again, this is not something, even Democrats don't bring up the price tag when we talk about Wall Street bailouts. Obama did that, by the way. When we talk about military spending and the giant increase that actually just happened that many Democrats voted for, they don't bring it up when we talk about corporate welfare, subsidies to these corporations, whether it's through the Export-Import Bank or whether it's through like ExxonMobil, for example. So this is gaslighting. Hey, the only counter-argument I'm going to make when you say, let's do a very basic thing that every other developed country has, like Medicare for All, like a single-payer system, my only criticism of that is going to be cost. Well, again, that's gaslighting, because especially when it comes to healthcare, it would save, according to a study from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, that would save $5 trillion over the course of a decade. $5 trillion. $5 trillion. So for you to say, whoa, it's going to cost a lot. Yeah, but you're also getting rid of your private premiums. So if you don't have to pay premiums, then you're net saving money. Even though your taxes go up, you save money because your premiums are no longer a thing. So, I mean, this is just sad. Dude, you're the last Democratic president, and at a time when there's renewed energy on the left and an insurgent left, which is really the only hope for the Democrats, you come out of the shadows to say, easy here, easy. Let's not go too far. At a time like this, you're saying let's not go too far? That Overton window is so far to the right that the right fringe of it is bordering on fascism. And the left fringe of the Overton window in D.C. is center-right corporatism. So, goddamn right, we need to pull that Overton window back to the left, and we need to fight for the policies that are overwhelmingly popular. And no, gaslighting over cost is not intelligent. That doesn't make you smart. That makes you pro-corporate. And there are, like, the idea, how are you going to pay for it? It's detailed, like, Bernie Sanders has a page on his website detailing how you pay for everything. And they still ask the question, how are you going to pay for it? Wait, you're the media. Isn't your job to actually know that? Like, you're the one who's supposed to know that. So that when, like, another candidate criticizes Bernie, you go, actually, the way he says he pays for it is by this, this, and this. But they don't do that. Instead, they're on the side of power. Media's supposed to hold powerful accountable. No, they take the side of power, and they question the people who are questioning power. And now Obama's doing the same thing. Well, think about the price tag. Think about the price tag. Think about the price tag. Dude, you did a $787 billion stimulus, and now you're gaslighting us about the price tag of different things? When some of the things you're questioning it on save money, And you're only bringing it up for left-wing priorities. You never do it for center-left priorities or right-wing priorities. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, listen, the more you see stories like this, the more you realize there's a reason why the very first story about Obama after his presidency was that he took like $400,000 to go give a speech at a Wall Street firm. Shows you where his priorities lie, and it shows you that in this dichotomy within the Democratic Party, the populist left, the Bernie-crats, versus the centrists, the corporatists. Which side is he on? I mean, every now and then he speaks out of both sides of his mouth, right? Like, you heard it even here. We need to be for bold ideas. I agree with that. But, maybe not this one and maybe not that one. They're the most important ones, but shh. Classic Obama. I'll hedge. I'll speak out of both sides of my mouth. But ultimately, when push comes to shove, I'm smack dab in the center. I'm a centrist, and that's what my policies are going to be. And I'll try to gaslight you the rest of the way. And he did it in 2016, too. He did it with Bernie. I don't know if you guys remember this, but he stayed mostly silent throughout the primary. And at one point, he stepped up and he said, he gave an interview and he's like, well, it's not like we're starting the system from scratch here. And if we were starting the system from scratch, then maybe some of these more further left ideas are good ideas. But since we're not starting the system from scratch, we got to be reasonable and pragmatic about all this. So every now and then he shows you exactly what he believes, but he tries to walk that fine line because he knows if you go just far enough, then even he's not safe from the left tearing him down and saying you're against our fundamental core principles and policies. But he walks that line well enough, and he's a likable enough person that he still has like a 60% approval rating, despite the fact that he's been a centrist and gaslighting us for quite a while.